Today's notes are on comparing properties of linear functions, and down here we have a graph which is f of x and the table has g of x. So it says the linear function f of x and g of x are defined by the graph and table below. Assume that the domain of g of x includes all real numbers between the least and greatest values of x shown in the table. Okay, so first we're going to do 1 through 6 over here, and it's just talking about the graph. Okay, so it says find the domain of f of x, and if you remember, the domain are the x values. So if we look down here at the x values, the line goes from 2, because that's where the first dot is, and it goes over here, and that's 9. So the domain is between 2 and 9, including 2 and 9. So we write that as 2 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 9. That's just saying x is between 2 and 9, including 2 and 9. Okay, same thing for the range. Now range is going up and down because that is the y value. So if you look at this point right here, the y value is 1. And then if you go all the way up here, that is at 10. So here the range is between 1 and 10. Okay, find the initial value of f of x. So what we do, initial, do you know what initial means? It means the first value. So the first value here is f of 2. And the value at f of 2 is 1. Find the slope of the line. So for this one, you choose 2 points that are on the line, and you do y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. I am just going to use this point here and this point here because those are the easy ones. So the first point would be 2, 1, and the second point is 9, 10. So y sub 2 minus y sub 1 is 10 minus 1, and then x sub 2 is 9 minus x sub 1 is 2. 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 minus 2 is 7. There's my slope. It goes up 9 over 7. And is the line segment a linear graph? It is. It's a straight line. It goes up by the same amount each time. So yes. And write a scenario for f of x. This is just like a random story. I'm just going to say the temperature from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. rose 9/7 degrees every hour. So something like that. Okay, now we need to go over here and do 7 through 12, and that's just talking about the table. So for this one, it says find the domain of g of x. Domain are the x values. So domain goes between 2 and 9. So it's kind of the same domain as number 1. 2 is less than or equal to x, and that's less than or equal to 9. And the range goes from 3 to 10. So 3 is less than or equal to, I'm going to put g of x in the middle. And I only did that because it's right there. You could also put y, it doesn't matter. Less than or equal to 10. Okay, the initial value, so you take the x, so that's f of the x, the first x is 2, so that's the first input. F of 2 equals 3. I get that right from here, right from the table. Okay, what is the slope? So on this one, you choose 2 points. So these are each point. So 2, 3, 3, 4, and so on. I'm going to use 2, 3. And I'll use the last one, 9, 10. So it's similar to what we did over on number 4, but it's not exactly the same. Okay, so now I do 10 minus 3 over 9 minus 2. 10 minus 3 is 7, 9 minus 2 is 7, so my slope here is 1. It goes up 1 over 1 each time. Does g of x represent a linear function? Yes, it does. It has the same slope all the way throughout. And what is a scenario for g of x? Let's say you start with $2. Notice the dollar sign goes in front of the number, guys. Some of you are having some problems with that. You start with $2 and add $1 every day until you get $10. Something like that. Okay. Let's look down here. What are some similarities with f of x and g of x? Both are linear. And both have positive slopes. Both domains the domains are the same. So domains are the same. I'm trying to think what else. I think that's good. I think that's good. What are some differences? So they have different slopes. Because this one was 9/7, and then this one over here was 1. And then f of x was a graph, and g of x is a table. There are other differences as well. The ranges are different, so ranges are different. I think that's enough examples for that one. Okay, we just have a few more on the back. It's not bad. Okay, what do the following equations have in common? There should be a question mark on there, just so you know. So for these three, you want all of them. So put all into slope intercept form. So A is already in slope intercept form, but you need to change for B and C. That is because you want to compare their slopes and their y-intercepts, and slope intercept will tell you both of those things. So for B, to change it into slope intercept form, I need to get y by itself. So first thing I'm going to do is distribute the 2. So y minus 3 equals 2x plus 10. Add 3. Y equals 2x plus 13. And we got to change C real quick. This is just one step. Subtract 5x. Y equals negative 5x plus 4. So now I have my three equations. And up here it says, what do they have in common? So if you look, A and B have the same slope. So A and B, same slope. And A and C have the same y-intercept. All y-intercepts are positive, because I have a plus 4, plus 13, and plus 4, and all are linear. Okay, these are just a few examples of what you could do on your assignment today. And then what's different? So it's basically the opposite of what we just put up here. So A and B have different y-intercepts. A and C have different slope. C has negative slope. Others are positive. Okay, that's all I have for you for notes for today. Let me know if you have any questions, and you can go ahead and get started on your assignment.